Hello and welcome. Before we begin, if anyone is curious, I'm going to be smoking this Petite Palpetta cigar and drinking some Tullamore Dew whiskey, Irish whiskey. With that, this flame is going crazy. Um, okay, so today I wanted to address uh, a topic that is fundamental to our faith as Christians and as men. And that is the legitimacy of the Bible. It's important to understand why we as Christians just accept what is written in the Bible. As men of God, it's crucial for us to understand that historical legitimacy. So I thought that maybe today I would create a little bit of a historical tapestry for anybody who's watching, so we can underpin the Bible and reinforce our faith in its legitimacy. The Bible comprises various literary genres, including historical accounts, poetry, prophecy, and letters, all of which are deeply rooted in the historical happenings of the Near East and Mediterranean world of the time. For instance, the Old Testament contains accounts of creation, the creation of the world, the patriarchs, the exodus from Egypt, the establishment of the nation of Israel, the rise and fall of kingdoms, prophetic messages delivered to the people of Israel. These accounts are not merely religious narratives, but also historical records. Those records are were written by ancient people that provide insights into the cultural, social, and political landscapes of the ancient world. One of those key aspects that substantiates the historical legitimacy of the Bible is there's a wealth of archaeological evidence that corroborates many of the Bible's accounts. For example, the discovery of the Dead Sea, the Dead Sea Scrolls, sorry, and that was in the mid 20th century. That wasn't entirely long ago, and it provided manuscripts of the Hebrew Bible that dated back to around the time of Jesus. These scrolls not only validated the accuracy of the Bible, the biblical texts, but also shed light on the transmission of biblical manuscripts over the centuries. Numerous archaeological findings have unearthed artifacts, inscriptions, and structures that align with the events and people mentioned in the Bible. Cities such as Jericho, Jerusalem, Nineveh, along with other various artifacts and inscriptions have been unearthed, offering tangible evidence of the historical settings in the biblical narratives. In addition to that archaeological evidence, the Bible also finds support in extra biblical sources. Historical accounts from ancient civilizations such as Assyria, Babylon, Egypt, and Rome. They all often intersect with events and figures portrayed in the Bible. For instance, the Babylonian Chronicles and the Annals of Assyrian Kings have provided corroborative accounts of events mentioned in the Old Testament. The New Testament, too, stands on a solid foundation of historical authenticity. The life, teachings, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, along with the early Christian movement, are attested not only in the writings of the New Testament, but also in the works of ancient historians and scholars, in the areas of Rome. One example of this would be the writings, a few examples would be the writings of Flavius Josephus. Not sure if I'm saying that right. But Tacticus, Pliny the Younger, and others offer external confirmation of the existence of Jesus and the growth of the early Christian community. Furthermore, the manuscript evidence of the New Testament is unparalleled compared to ancient texts. The sheer number of manuscripts and the proximity of their dates to the original writings provide a strong basis for the reliability of the New Testament documents. The meticulous work of textual criticism has enabled scholars to reconstruct the original text of the New Testament with remarkable accuracy. So, as Christian men, it's imperative for us to recognize that the Bible is not merely a book of religious teachings, but also a historical document that has been preserved and transmitted across generations. Its historical legitimacy is not based on blind faith. It's supported by an array of, like I said, archaeological, extra-biblical, and manuscript evidence. There's no denying the historical legitimacy of the Bible. So, in conclusion, the historical legitimacy of the Bible serves as a firm foundation for our faith. It invites us to engage with the scriptures not only as a source of spiritual guidance, but also as a window into the historic realities of the ancient world. As we continue to delve into the depths of the Bible, let us do so with a deep appreciation for its historical roots, knowing that our faith is anchored in a rich tapestry of historical events, people, and cultures. Thank you for your attention, and may we continue to seek wisdom and understanding as we journey through the pages of the Bible on our own, whenever we get those quiet moments to read and reflect on the Word of God. I'll close this week's video with Matthew 4, chapter 4, verse 4. Man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God. Until next week, God bless.